I'm Ann Titleman, and I'm very happy to be with you here tonight. In my research, I start by gathering the stories of our girls and young women in economically disadvantaged urban communities. They are girls 13, 14, 15 years old who are talked out of using condoms by older partners and end up with sexually transmitted infections or pregnant. Sometimes a partner secretly removes a condom before sex. Sometimes, if the girl refuses sex after she finds out he gave her a disease, he forces her anyway. Young women in their 20s tell us about the reflections looking back on their teen years and say they didn't have anyone to talk to. When younger, they let their partners make the decisions because they were afraid or thought he knew more. They didn't know what a healthy relationship was. Looking back, they say young girls need supportive adults to help them find their way without facing such devastating consequences to their health. This is important research evidence to collect. It helps explain why adolescent females 15 to 19 have the highest rates of gonorrhea and chlamydia compared to all other ages, both males and females. It helps explain why HIV is now one of the leading causes of death for young adult women in the U.S., likely infected during adolescence. It helps explain why 82% of teen pregnancies are unintended. So why is this important? When adolescent girls are held back, that ripples through all of society. But if she can safely navigate through adolescence, not only will she benefit, but so will her family and community for generations to come. So what can we do? My research findings point to the need to provide girls with effective evidence-based interventions to buffer them from these experiences. So in my NIH-funded study, my research team and I have created an advocacy and empowerment intervention for adolescent girls called Stand Up Together, in which we work with them on the knowledge and skills they need to practice safer sex and avoid unhealthy relationships and build healthy relationships. And we are now evaluating that intervention in a randomized clinical trial. Armed with new knowledge, negotiation skills, an empowered voice, and a questioning view on gender scripts that limit their equality, girls are able to make important changes in their lives. But we have a lot more work to do. These issues are global issues as well. In a recent visit to South Africa, I talked about our adolescent girls here in the US with our colleagues in South Africa, and they were struck by how similar the issues were there. We are now collaborating on a proposal to assess a village-wide intervention to reduce gender-based violence and promote safer sex. As I move forward with my international research agenda, I am eager to develop other such global collaborations. This endowed chair, the Patricia Blesnik Silverstein and Howard A. Silverstein Term Chair in Global Women's Health, will further this global research. I'm encouraged by the increasing recognition by leaders such as President Obama and Secretary General of the UN, General Ban Ki-moon, that gender equality is of fundamental importance to advancing development around the world. We are at a moment of exceptional opportunity, and I feel like now is the moment to act. And I quote, "If you want to change the world, invest in an adolescent girl."